Welcome back to another episode of Hytale. I'm DzAngel. Alright, I haven't been here for a while because I've been kind of sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. But I've been working on my area. It's probably vastly changed since the last video. So I'll just kind of take you through and show you what I've done. So over here, I've kind of expanded on what I had before. Little kick area, our fish pond, our apple orchard. It has greatly increased. I've got a small wall here. I've been gathering some apples occasionally. This used to be where the animal enclosure was until the bear has spawned here multiple times, so I just gave up on putting animals right here. I don't know what else I'll put right here. Maybe if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments. Our wonderful garden that we've got going. So if we come in, we can see this is all the food that I've just kind of gathered a little bit. I've got extra recipes. I didn't realize that I'd already bought some or had them, and then I bought more. It's just kind of extra things and extra food that I can continue to make and cook from here at the chef's stove. The chef's stove, there isn't really anything I can't make. I've got all the recipes. And with our fish, we've gotten so many different ones, like epic catfish, rare, uncommon, common. Same with, I've even got a legendary bluegill, epic trout, rare, sailfins. I've got a snapjaw, legendary, these tangs. The jellyfish is epic, green, red, cyan, clownfish. I mean, you can just see, it's so good. And those are when you put the food in, and then of course when you don't, you can get all these different types of treasures. And I ran out of room, so I put a second chest in, as well as a third one. I've started putting some of the logs that I don't want to accidentally use, or rubble I don't want to use, further away from my tables so that I still have them and it doesn't use them in the tables when you make your, arrows or, just basic things. Not too much has changed over here. I mean, here's our windmill. This is our rice and our wonderful little tree here. I used to have a small garden here and I've taken it out. I don't know what else I want to put in here yet. Some more trees. This is a future build I haven't finished on. This is our blacksmiths. I kind of had taken and I looked at how Jersey Games had made his, and I kind of made one like this, but changed it just a little bit. I have a little table out here for people that are waiting. They've got their gold. They've got a drink. And got all this stuff sitting here on the ground. I've got the volcanic lava behind it. Kind of gives it like a little soft glow. Like maybe there's something, in this furnace going, so you can see it here. And in here I've got all the different types of weapons that I've found, or, different things that have come across. Got my armors in here, the salvage in here. And then up here I would just think that this was where the blacksmith stays. And, maybe he's fallen on hard times. Things haven't worked out for him so well. Maybe he had a chimney here and it just, his little fireplace that broke down. So he's covered it up. He's got a little balcony to outlook. So maybe on days when things were really good for him, you know, maybe he and his wife lived here, but now they're single, or, you know, I don't know. I don't really have a good lore for it, but I just thought maybe, you know, because it's so dark and kind of dismal in here. So, moving on. I'd gotten one of these statues. I just kind of thought it was kind of interesting to put here. This was going to be, well, this is kind of like my wizard tower. I didn't want it to be circular. I just decided, you know, I'm just going to go with a different kind of, you know, still a square kind of design, but it's the size that I want. And as soon as I get more of these windows, I'd like to place more in. This tree's kind of just built into it. Here's our wizarding sign. Come inside. I did finally get a chance to, you know, make some teleporters. So I made 2, and then I guess I thought that it was giving me an option to make 2, so I made 2 more, so I ended up with 4. And then over here with the alchemist workbench, you need different things: plant fiber, essence of life, venom sacs, berries, blood rose petals, sunflowers and stuff like that to make all the different potions. And I have no lack of essence of life. And then extra little things I found I kind of put in here too. I've updated the bridges a little bit. These are actually ladders, but I thought that they would kind of be pretty, you know, as maybe like little side pieces on my bridge. Over here, I've got extra flowers and decorations that I can use. In here, I've got more greater essence of life as well as extra pieces. I still haven't upgraded my bench. I need to find that golden wood. I did not find the golden wood when I was over in the, I don't know if that was zone 3 or zone 4, wherever the lava is. So I do need to make another trip over there. Inside our windmill, I didn't show, but I am gathering wheat and corn, because I would figure that wheat and corn would be in here. Oh, there's our resident little mouse. Hi! At the back of the windmill, we have our crazy loud birds. Bread and cheese we can come and nibble and eat. Cart full of wheat. I don't have anything else going on yet. I figured with this being an entrance, we could kind of come this way. And then over here, I think on this piece of land, I'd like to build a lumber's building, like a lumber shack or a house. Oh, you're noisy. Hello. On this side, if we come back over here, so this is our future building. We'll go back to the wizard tower. Those are steps up. Come back up in here. This takes us to an upper area. It's got their little balcony. We'll walkway out here. This brings us to more future projects. I've got a fountain up here, or pond that kind of flows down into our waterfall that goes down into here. And I just kind of made it above where there was a cave. So I just thought it was interesting. I figured I'd move from there. Over here. So if you see on the edge of the tower, I've got these little, they're actually shells that I get from the fish pond, and they glow at night. I mean, they put off a lot of light. Plus it kind of just gives it an interesting look. And I decided to go with the pointy tower. I didn't go with a round roof. I, haven't done much of else. I just wanted something that kind of looked semi-nice and a little bit different. Over here, I've built a cotton field with like a small cotton building, I guess, or farmhouse. So they've got, plans of working things. So this is, I figured, where I would do all of the cloth, building things. They've got designs. So in the home, I've got my furniture workbench, regular workbench, the builder's workbench. I've got lots of storage in here. So I can, build different things, add different things. Upstairs, probably put in a small bedroom. I haven't added any beds. It's got a little area that kind of looks out over the garden. Got a fireplace. More storage. Little back area. Put different things in here. And then out here I just made a very small well. Some of the seeds were growing. They've got a little fireplace, or campfire to eat at. I haven't added any more turnip seeds over here. And over here I'm growing the onions and the potatoes. I haven't been working on it very long. I've only gotten one mature onion. I should be working on it, but I hadn't been. Over here, I'm in the process of building a barn. I'm following the one that Jersey Games has done. I haven't completed it yet. Work kind of takes me away, so I start a project and then I end up getting interrupted and I leave and I haven't come back. So down here, I just figured that, it would be nice to come from, being up, coming back down again. So I just kind of made this little wall. I left the dirt behind because it kind of gives it more of a organic look, like, dirt would, accumulate on stairs eventually in places. And then over here, I was going to put in a block wall, and I thought, what about a wooden wall? I think a wooden wall would be very pretty. So that's what I've done here. So I've left it all as a wooden wall. And then I've got more, and then I'll continue it on this side going that way. Leaving some of these, larger trees here. And then I've got these double ponds out here. I don't really know what I'm going to do with the double ponds yet. Maybe I'll put some kind of a building here and make the ponds, something part of it. It's just kind of what I've worked on so far. I've been making these little gardens, surrounding them with the half slabs like, I do in Minecraft. I was going to put one here, but it just seemed like it might be a little bit too too close, so I might change this. And here I've been taking out the dirt or the grass and replacing it. This is the one I'm using, so I left it here so when I grab it I'll know which one I'm using. So I haven't finished, still a work in progress, but this is what it looks like so far. This is my Hytale world at the moment. When I have more time, we can do more building together, or we can just do more tours. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Until then, remember to be someone you yourself can admire. And as always, have a great day. Goodbye.